Yeah, well, as far as my background goes, it really breaks down in two parts, I guess, in answer to your question. My involvement with film and my involvement with, particularly with South Africa and South African film. I had always been interested in film. I, in fact, had gone to film school. I'm a graduate of the London School of Film Technique. I went there in the mid-'60s. And did a master's degree in radio and TV, and while at university I produced a 60mm feature-length theatrical motion picture. I thought that qualified me to be a producer, and I took that film off to the Cannes Film Festival and stayed in Europe. I started developing projects. I had a Western that I wanted to make on the life of Belle Starr. And while in London, I hired Cy Enfield to write that screenplay. Cy had written and directed Zulu in the early 60s with Stanley Baker and Michael Caine. And we became friendly. I got to know him. And eventually he showed me the script for Zulu Dawn, which is a sequel he was going to do with Stanley Baker in the the early 1970s. That film collapsed in the recession of 1973. Stanley Baker died a couple years later. And so I put the screenplay on the shelf. He took it out and showed it to me. I liked it. I had been approached by a man named Barry St. Clair, who was from Zimbabwe, then still Rhodesia, who had just moved to South Africa and said he had financing in South Africa to make movies. So I kind of put these two ideas together, or the people, Barry and the script, and that's really how it started.